let's provide the solution to this problem. We have x to the power of 3 plus x equals 10. Remember, the question says we should provide all the solutions to this problem. So write x to the power of 3 plus x. This becomes negative 10 and is equal to 0. Now from here, how do we factorize this? We are going to break this middle term into 2. We have x to the power of 3, then minus 4x plus 5x. Okay, now minus 4x plus 5x will give us 1x. Okay, so we now have minus 10, and this is equal to 0. And somebody will be asking, why is it that I use minus 4x plus 5x? Now, I used this because 5 is a factor of 10. And this way, I'll be able to factorize this evenly, right? Now, we're going to group these two and factorize these two. So in place of this, what is common to them is x. Then here we still have x squared, then minus 4. Then we have plus, what's common to these two is 5. So I'll write 5, open bracket. Here we have x, then we have minus 2. Then we equate both of these, or we equate everything to 0. Now, what do we do? From here, there's nothing common, but we know that this can be expressed as difference of two squares. So we have x squared minus 2 squared. Then we have plus 5 into bracket x minus 2, and this is equal to 0. Now, what do I do? From here, we can now express this term in the bracket in the form of difference of two squares. And there we'll have x into bracket x minus 2 into x plus 2. Then we have plus 5 into x minus 2, and this is equal to 0. Okay, so if you've followed me to this length, up to this length, then you love this video. Okay, subscribe to my channel and keep supporting me. Now from here, we have x minus 2 and x minus 2. So it comes out as a common factor, right? Then here we'll be having x into x plus 2. So we write x plus 2, close this, then plus 5 is there, but then x minus 2 is already outside. So this is equal to 0. Now we have x minus 2 as the common factor. Then x times x is x squared, plus x times 2 is 2x, then plus 5. Okay, close the bracket and equates to 0. Now sometimes you might be tempted to multiply the x by 5, but 5 is already out of the bracket, so you cannot multiply x by 5. Or you cannot use 5 to multiply everything here, right? Now what do we do? Apply zero product rule, because we are multiplying these two to get 0. So it means either of them or both of them should be equal to 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0. I'm coming back to pick the quadratic expression here. Now, from here, our x will be equal to 0 plus 2, and then x is equal to 2. So this becomes the first solution to this problem. Now, let's get the second solution, or the next two solutions from this quadratic expression. Okay, so from what we have here, we are having a quadratic equation, and we will use formula to solve this. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything over 2a. Now, what is our A? Our A is 2. Our B is, okay, our A is 1 rather. So let me turn this to B. Our A is 1 because A is the coefficient of x squared. So it's 1. B is the coefficient of x and it's 2. So B is 2. And then our C is the constant and it is 5. So let's put this into the formula so that our x will now be equal to, in place of minus b, I'll have minus 2. Then plus or minus, we have square root of 2 squared minus 4 multiplied by a is 1 multiplied by c, and it is 5. So the whole of this will be over 2 multiplied by a, but now our a is 1. Okay, now to continue with this, we have x to be equal to minus 2 plus or minus, then we have 2 squared, which will be 4, minus, then 4 times 1 times 5 is 20. So the whole of this will be over 2. Now x is equal to minus 2 plus or minus, we have square root of 4 minus 20 will give us minus 16. Okay, and this is over 2. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that I show all the steps so that even if you're not good at math, you'll be able to get all the steps. Thank you. If you love what I'm doing, please subscribe. Okay, now x from here is equal to minus 2 plus or minus, we have square root of 16. Okay, I'll write 16 first, then multiply by square root of negative 1. What I've done is to, pick out the negative, since we can't find square root of 16 of negative 16. So this will now be over 2. Now we can find square root of 16. X from here will now be minus 2 plus or minus. Square root of 16 is 4. Then square root of negative 1 is imaginary, so we represent it as I. And then this will now be over 2. And then from here, our x is equal to 2 can go there, we have minus 1. This same 2 will also go there, and we have plus or minus 2i. So this is a 2-in-1 solution, right? Now let's get the 3 solutions together. The first is x1 and is equal to 2. This is the only real solution. Then the second, x2, is from here, and we'll pick minus 1 plus 2i. Then the third solution, x3, will be minus 1 minus 2i. So these are the 3 solutions to the equation. Thank you for watching.